Today we're chaos planting.
Oh, we've also started like electroculture.
What are you doing?
I stabbed myself. Goodness, you're ugly.
Today we're chaos planting.
We're trying to get a bunch of stuff in before the rain happens because it's going to rain. And we need to do this. It's cold.
It is cold for the...
What do you want to do?
I want to throw a bunch of zucchini over there.
So what I just did was what did I do? I did these rows here. And where did I finish? Oh, the glove is... So I finished where this glove is, planting kale. I figured the next row can be cabbage. So I'll do a row of cabbage, and then if we can get this row cover set.
Do you want to continue with the cole crops, and do you want me to start over there?
I think I'll need help with the row cover because I got to get this cut. So so what I'll do is I'll stretch this back over so that it covers the 4 rows that I've been doing. So if you don't mind helping me, I'll go cut that at the top, and then if we can lay that, because that should be all of those rows.
Yeah.
So I'll go cut it, and then we can lay it down. I've got the wood in there so that we can put it on the row cover, hopefully hold it down. And then we'll move on to, I think the last row will be cabbage. And then we'll do a bunch of like our squash and stuff. So
look at the pea.
If you don't mind like using the wood to put it up.
Peas? I don't know if I pointed at a pea or if it was a weed, but that's a pea. Look at it. Look at the little pea. An elemental pea. I spend too much time with a toddler.
With the new baby, has kind of been chaos to get everything planted and ready, and this weather's been super weird. So anyway, we've got some stuff in. We've got some beans and some corn, and our peas are doing okay, but it's been a lot. With the new baby, we're tired. We're trying to get things set. We're doing birds. I'm still working, and it's been chaos the last little while. So we're hoping to still be successful in growing stuff. I'm not sure how much we'll be successful in growing, but hopefully enough. Honestly, if I can grow a cabbage, a like one of everything, an onion, proof of concept is all I want. I just want to be happy that I can do something. Hopefully. We'll see. Oh, we've also started like electroculture. We could talk about that later. It's complicated.
I don't get a whole lot of time to do this stuff, or I haven't got as much time as I would like. What are you doing?
I stabbed myself.
Okay, continue. So the garden isn't completely how I wanted it to be, but that's kind of what happens when you bring a newborn home. I wanted to plant my marigolds in. I have 2 dahlias that I'm sitting in the front that I've just not gotten in the garden, along with 2 beautiful white marigolds that I just need to plant, but I haven't had the time. So every time I come out here, I'm just amazed at how much things have grown, because some days I feel like, I don't know if I'm too tired or what, but I just don't notice these things. And then on days that I get a good sleep, I'm like, wow, the garden is a lot bigger than it was.
Has to keep coming down.
Can't tell if it's on a roll or not.
Yeah, we'll go in the divot. Yeah. I know it may look super fancy, but like we still have no idea what we're doing.
Oh, we know.
I'm hoping for the best. We direct seeded a lot of our cole crops, like our cauliflower and broccoli and cabbage just now. Like I just finished putting them in. Montage. we're just kind of hoping for the best. I learned something recently. I was interviewing a soil scientist and we were talking about sort of the benefits. What's the best way to grow food? And one, he said, no-till.
If you till your soil on a regular basis, what happens is you create compaction.
Because you don't really want to disturb the mycelium.
When you till a garden or a field, your fungal populations are going to be affected. And the fungi in the soil will give you your soil structure.
The mushrooms that grow underground, the fungus that grows underground, the yeasts that really, if they're exposed to air, can kill them, and bacteria and stuff like that. So you really want to just pile compost on top. Well, one, we failed at that already because we tilled this in. But otherwise it would have just been grass like this, and grass kind of just invades everything. So you can't really have that in your garden. And two, he said chaos planting or chaos gardening is kind of the best way to go when you are trying to grow anything a lot of the times, because it'll confuse bugs that are flying overhead. And I'm trying to break out of that. I'm trying to break out of the mindset of monocultural crops because I can't break that thought of traditional agriculture. I still think of just lines of fields and lines of potatoes and corn, and monoculture agriculture is what I have on the brain always. So the chaos planting bothers me because everybody wants their garden to look pretty, wants lines, right? They want it to be just straight. You want one crop, one place, one row all together. Well, we already stopped doing that when we didn't label what our beans are, what kind of peas we're growing, what kind of onions we're growing. Some of our brassicas at the top of the row, some of our cole crops like our broccoli and cabbage, I don't know what kinds those are. We just kind of slammed them in the ground because we had to repot them because they were angry and stuff. And so right now I'm trying to get up the courage, I guess you could say, to just the rest of it. So we've got onions, peas and corn coupled together, or beans and corn, peas, and then our brassicas, cabbage, kale, broccoli. Then on the other end of that, we're gonna do viney vegetables. And I'm trying to work up the courage to be able just to throw those in the ground, just kind of hope for the best. They're supposed to be planted, according to the seed packages, 18 to 24, 36 inches apart. And I just want to jam them in the ground and kind of hope they do well. Throw row cover over them and just see if they will grow, because at this point, it's getting later in the season. It's been a wonky season. I think the seasons are changing. But I've tilled it a few times, went through this part this morning and broke the tiller, the tine on the tiller again. And so we're just slamming stuff in. I wonder what Nicole's doing.
I'm gonna find some squash and zucchini and melons and stuff and just chaos plant. We had a really weird time with our squash seedlings and our cucumbers and everything this year, and I'm not sure why, because we didn't have this problem last year, but just seems like everything that all of our seedlings inside were beautiful, and the second that we brought them outside they just died. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but I'm gonna chaos plant, and anything that grows. So we'll see if I can have a pumpkin patch or something by the end of this.
Well,
I like that you were lying to the internet.
About what?
You're trying to make it so this is a smart technique of chaos planting with your whole, we're gonna...
Oh no, I said we have no idea what we're doing.
Okay. Oh.
I was very honest with, we're just gonna kind of go for the best and kind of do what we feel is right. Really the chaos planting is because I'm lazy. Yeah, we ran out of time, and I'm curious to see if it'll work. I mean, I still want to throw row cover over it, but I think it'll be easier to cover it once stuff is in.
Yeah.
I should have got, now that I think of it, I should have got longer row cover or wider row cover, but it is what it is. Is that zucchinis?
I saved 3 piddly, sad-looking seeds. Why? Look at that. Why? They look horrible. Okay, in.
What did you just do here?
We have watermelon and cantaloupe, and then coming up here is all zucchini.
Did you put some holes in there to do more?
No. And
No.
I didn't get all the way up there.
Okay, well we could do more melons there.
I didn't know if you wanted to. I was gonna ask you, and then you were gone.
Yeah.
So I left them blank because I didn't know if we said just do the rest of melons.
Yeah, I mean, part of me just wants to, like, actual chaos plant, which would be just Hail Mary into the soil.
That's pretty well what I'm doing. I've been hopping.
Well, because there's no row. Well, where's the... Did you do pumpkins yet?
Nope. No pumpkins, no squash yet. I've just been throwing zucchini everywhere. And then we've got beets and radish to do still, and...
Well, I was just... Do you want me to go up there and do the beets and radish?
Yeah, but we have a ton of room. I don't know what you want to do down here.
I was literally thinking, yeah, all of this, do pumpkin patch and squashes and just genuine chaos planting as much as like...
Well, why don't we chaos plant first so that this is done?
Okay.
And then we'll move on to that because we have limited time with the baby.
True. Squash, that's empty. Where are they?
I think it's down here actually.
Sweet. What? I don't want winter squash. We're not squash people.
Well, I'd like to do some. We can always sell them.
Yeah, that's true. Spaghetti squash, yellow squash.
And
oh, you wanted to do some spaghetti squash.
This is from Kenzie, so be nice.
Oh. Just pumpkins.
Yeah.
Ours. That'd be super interesting if these work. Okay, do you want to do spaghetti squash up in the black stuff? There, just poke some more holes.
Yeah, I can.
That's spaghetti squash. That's
Well,
ours from last year.
There are holes in it. Are there not holes all the way down?
I don't think so. I think we kind of skipped because we did melons and I put cucumbers at the bottom. So like, as far as chaos planting goes, I genuinely just want to...
Do you want to do more cucumbers down here? Or?
Yep. But I mean, just,
Okay, well don't dig up what I've got.
What'd you do?
I have worked right here and now I'm going up this way. Stop. Okay, you can do that over there because that's all pumpkin. I'm stressed.
This is chaos planting. You have to throw caution to the wind.
I was jumping everywhere. Is that not chaotic?
Yeah, but why are you telling me be careful?
Because I don't want you to put stuff where I've planted.
I don't know, is this a good idea? This might not be a good idea. It makes more sense to know where your stuff is, but it's fine.
That's why I was chaotically planting, but in rows.
That's not chaos planting if you're doing it in rows. That's the opposite of chaos planting.
It's chaos planting, but I'm doing it in rows, okay?
There, I planted all the pumpkin seeds that we saved.
He doesn't want to do squash because he doesn't like it, but I like squash, so I'm gonna do squash. And then if they work, other people that like squash can come buy my squash.
This just says, I don't know.
It's a squash of some kind.
It's a squash of some kind. Should I just throw it in? So I'm very interested to see if we just start seeing these in the next like week or so. Yeah, well it'll be random. Then they all kind of look the same, right?
Because they're all part of the same family, so we won't know what they are.
Yeah, it's a surprise. Yeah, it's like those packages you used to get at like birthday parties. What else did we have to put in? I didn't go up near the top. Did we want to put something up there? Some other pumpkins? Well, yeah, but I don't want to waste seed is what I don't want to do.
Like a lot of this that we seed saved. I've got spaghetti squash that we seed saved.
Is this yellow squash ours? Or I think that's the one we did this spring.
The yellow squash is not ours, if it doesn't say ours, but this is ours.
Spaghetti squash, did you plant it?
No.
Oh.
I've got field pumpkins here if you want more pumpkin. I don't know how much pumpkin you did.
Like, you know, just start hamming them in. Why not?
We have a a lot of seeds that we should just use.